you know, when you're talking about ethical hacking, one of the things that ethical hackers do is they expose vulnerabilities of people who are not fixing their problem. So it's made public, so it gets dealt with. Hit F12. Yeah, I mean, I think that more mobile applications should be tested in this way, and if people don't resolve them, then those flaws should be exposed.
I got your numbers right here.
Yep, he's a knob.
It's just as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Hit F12.
You have to open your mind. Imagination is all you need.
I don't know, I don't even know the guy.
Take advice from fools. 'Cause everything that they say is in vain. Never take advice from fools. We all know what they do is in vain.
It's like looking through someone's window and seeing what they're watching on telly. Hit F12. All he did is went to the web page and looked at the HTML. That's all he did. Hit F12. All you need to do is go to a website and press F11. Hit F12. It's like looking through someone's window and seeing what they're watching on telly.
Yep, he's a knob.
Everything is relative
Load
to
up a web page and hit F12.
Just have to say it in generalities. Just like those straight
Load
lines
up a web page
curving.
and hit F12.
Drive down the road, don't you ever swerve. And I don't know where all of this goes. Never take advice from fools. 'Cause everything that they say is in vain. Never take advice from fools. 'Cause everything that they do is in vain.
It doesn't actually give you somebody's address, it gives you a vague idea of the area they're in, probably to within about a kilometre. All you need to do is go to a website and press F11, hit F12. The only reason I popped in was because I heard a lot of misunderstanding about what hacking is and isn't.
Yep, he's a knob.
I know the game that you're playing, and I know exactly what's on your mind. You got your playbook, it's alright. Your model dictates what you will find. And I don't know where all of this goes. Don't take advice from fools. 'Cause everything that they say is in vain.
Yep, he's a knob.
Never take advice from fools. We all know what they do.
1 point.
is in vain.
Because all I wanted to say on the end of this is what he was showing is this is the kind of data that hackers start to collect to look for a target. Well, you know, lots of people do videos for clickbait. I mean, I don't think there's a content producer out there on YouTube that hasn't used clickbait titles once in a while.
It's pretty flat and level now.
Finally, we can stop freaking typing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I like typing, I'm quite good at it.
I was just typing a thing about, like, we know, right, that Mr. 42 didn't hack the app. Right? We know that. In that video that you've watched, you heard Mr. 42 say that he didn't hack the app.
Yeah, but do you understand what you need to do to actually do a hack? Do you know what you start...
I don't want to know how to hack, right?
No, I'm not saying you want to know, I'm talking about the process.
All I wanted to do in that video was make sure that Mr. 42 said out loud, right, that he had a conflab with a load of his mates the night before, and they decided for him to make that video. Now, when they made that video, they got him to make that video. He titled it "Hacking the Flat Earth Friend Finder app." Right? He purposely titled the video that. Now, he wasn't hacking. We know that because he told us he wasn't hacking. So he falsely labeled a video. Now, I don't think YouTube would allow a video to be up where somebody purposely shows how to hack an app, an active app. Because that would be foolish, wouldn't it? I mean, he even said that. He said it would be illegal if he'd have done that. So he's falsely labelled a video to, I'd say, not help Dave. He wasn't helping anybody with that app. He was intimidating a group of people to not get that app. He wasn't concerned about the security of the people that had the app, because he'd have gone to Dave and said, "Here, Dave, you should fix this because I'm concerned about the security of the people that have this app." He didn't do that. He made a video and put it out there before he contacted Dave. I mean, I don't know who told Dave. It might have been us after we saw that video.
Wolfie 6020, I know, he said something to me ages ago that there was a problem with the app. I just didn't bother looking.
Yeah, but Wolfie didn't make a video about it, did he? Wolfie didn't want to be that idiot to put the video out.
Don't you find it funny, though, that
Mr. 42 to make the video?
Don't you find it funny, though, that within 24 hours of him releasing that video, all the issues got fixed?
Yeah, because we told him that there was somebody out there, right, that had made a video saying they hacked the app. Now, we've talked to Dave, right? He said to us it wasn't a hack. He couldn't have even got in
Why
there.
would he fix those issues?
Yes, he did.
Fix those issues?
Yes,
why did he do
those
it?
issues got fixed.
Why did he fix
but
it so quickly after that video? Why did he fix those issues so quickly after that video was released, Bev?
Probably because somebody had put a video out there showing people that hackers could do things, right? I mean, God knows how many wannabe hackers might have thought, well, that's a good idea. I can specifically target a group of people, right, that they don't like. I mean, McToons just tonight has wished death on me, and I'm not even a flat earther. So what other things would other people of this arena, what would they like to do to the flat earthers? I mean, are you friendly with flat earthers?
Yeah, I think Essie and I get on pretty well. I get on pretty well with Jeremy. I get on pretty well with quite a few of them.
Nice. So you wouldn't wish death on them? Or would you wish death on me?
No, not at all.
Okay. But
I would not even wish, Ben, that if it gets icy and frosty that you have a bad slip. I wouldn't even wish that on you, mate.
Okay, well, McToons has, so that you know that there are people out there that wish ill.
Oh, God, yeah. Every group has its shitheads, Bev.
Yeah.
Every single group has its shitheads. We all know that.
There's some
there are
people
shitty people on every side of every argument.
Bigoted. Now, what side do you think Mr. 42's on?
I don't know. I don't even know the guy.
Okay. Well, we do. That's why it's, you know, like it. I saw it as an attack on a group of people that I already know he's bigoted against.
Well, great. So, when you say bigoted, do you mean does not agree with?
No, I mean like in the true sense of the word bigot. Do you want me to get it up?
I understand what the word bigot means. I'm just trying to understand what you mean by that, because there are a lot of people that don't share the same opinion of things, of people, or ideas, or whatever you want to say. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he would go out of his way to be a shit to you. And I actually think what he did, whilst you may disagree with me, and maybe the way that he publicised it was maybe not the most sensible way of doing it. You can argue about that. But what he did was actually quite a good thing, because there are 11,000 odd people who are registered on that app and actively use it. His data was at risk. And it was at risk not because he exposed it. They were at risk because someone did a really shoddy job of putting that crap together.
Did you see his password? Because I mean, Mr. 42
I
said he
wouldn't
would
even
need the
look at his
password
password,
to
mate.
be able to get into it, right?
No, it's not that. It's the fact that so what he was basically doing when he showed that HTML page was the fact that it was totally open. Everything that you needed to actually do a hack on that environment was there, freely available, out in the open.
So he didn't
where
need
anybody
the
was
password
harm. That's one way of doing it. Cross-site scripting would be an easy way of doing it. But
Right,
that's good.
Mr. 42, did you hear in that thing where he said the password was there on the page,
Yeah.
and that's where he stopped?
Yeah, and that to do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, you got to think, okay, is he responsible for exposing it? Yes, he is. But you've also got to look at the responsibility of the person who put that stuff together. Now, if you think that flat earthers or people who join that app, there are a whole lot of people who are after them, then don't you think it's sensible that if you're going to create an environment like that, a social platform like that, that you at least take a modicum of care in securing that environment?
Yeah.
Cool. So the fact that he exposed that, and then within 24 hours, even though people have been telling Mr. Weiss or whatever his name is for weeks that there's a problem with his app and the security on it.
I don't
that
know. I
within
can't.
24
I can't comment on anything else that other people.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I heard it from Wolfie.
Right. So you have you seen any contact where he showed you anything, or have you ever seen anything that contact with Dave where
No,
Wolfie's...
I just
You
take his word for
you
it.
take his
Yeah.
word,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I take most people's word at face value.
Okay. So that's not really that much, is it? It's
Yeah,
just,
it is.
just
I
your
mean,
word that you say that somebody has.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Mr. 42 said he had as well, but
Yeah.
I think...
Fine. I mean, that's a question.
think
If you're
they've
in
made
contact
Mr.
with David,
42 be the head man now, right?
if you're in contact
Forget about
with David,
Wolfie. Forget about Wolfie. We can't go with hearsay. The only thing we can go with is Mr. 42's word and what he said about the video that he made, saying that he was hacking the Flat Earth Friend Finder app. That's all we can go with.
So what you can do is you can go and ask David Weiss if you're in contact with him.
He's here. He's already been in. We've had a word with him.
Cool. What did he say about how long he's known about these issues?
He said he fixed it.
Yes. How long had he known
I
about
don't know.
it?
He
Did you
fixed
ask
it.
So if you're in
He
touch
knew
with
about
him,
the video.
Bev, can I
that
finish
Mr.
a sentence without you
said
over-talking
how
me?
long did he know? I'm telling you. He only knew about the video that Mr. 42 had put out. And that's all I can comment on. And I didn't ask him how long before, because that's no business of mine. All I was bothered about was it seemed like there was an attack on a group of people and an app. I'm just concerned about the people that might be falsely thinking that somebody actually hacked the app on a video.
Oh, he gone.
Has he?
No, he's in here, but he's deafened himself.
Oh, right. He's done a rumpus.
Yeah.
Here we go. I've got a bigot thing here.
I don't understand that.
Don't understand what?
Why he would deafen himself like that.
Rumpus. Rumpus tactics. Their words are more important, right?
And at any time he could undeafen and just start again.
There you go. Just the dislike of another group, whether that be a group of people or ideas or whatever. That's what I consider as a bigot. Is he gone?
That was me.
You could do.
You bounced him? Good.
I disconnected him, yeah, because that's... Oh, there we go. He's working again.
So would you
What's up,
agree,
Druss? Did
Foolish,
you
with
get a
the
call or
bigot?
something?
No, no, no. I was just don't like being completely overtalked when I'm just trying to finish a point.
Yeah. Do you like the
Annoying.
idea of the word bigot? Would you go along with that? Like the dislike
No, I
of
don't
another
think he's a
group of
bigot.
people with ideas or whatever. No, but would you agree with my use of the term bigot? You know, is that
Well,
okay for the use of the word bigot?
well, that's the definition of it. I wouldn't disagree with that.
All right, that's good.
Let me ask you a question, if I can, Druss.
Sure.
Now, I know you're not a low-life scumbag. I think from the years that I know you, you don't seem to be like one of these scumbags. So I find it hard to understand how somebody of you, a person like you, your upbringing, cannot understand that or condone what he did. It was, regardless of the hacking thing, he made it look like this guy's app, if you're on it, you'll be able to be tracked. So that's a direct dig at his financial thing. That's his business. He could have just went privately and contacted him.
As I
I'm
said, you know, as from what I have heard, and I don't know it to be true, so I'll kind of agree with Bev, which is why we need to go and ask David. And that's why I said if you're in contact with David, you can go and ask how long he's known about this. But
That doesn't
the,
matter.
the very basics of securing an application that people are paying for, there is a due diligence and responsibility from the developers to make sure that the experience is reasonably secure. That's like 101
Agreed.
shit.
Agreed. That's not
So,
that's not the issue, though, Druss.
so sometimes when you do this, and this is why, you know, when you're talking about ethical hacking, one of the things that ethical hackers do is they expose vulnerabilities of people who are not fixing their problem. So it's made public, so it gets dealt with.
Yeah, but now you're talking like a consultant. We're talking mano a mano right now, and I'm asking you, how can you condone
It's
such a
extortion.
thing?
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's extortion. It's extortion if he says, if you don't give me money, then I'm going to make this public. That's extortion.
Yeah,
What
well,
he did was expose the fact
it's
that there
veiled,
wasn't a
yeah.
due diligence of care done. Now, if David knew about this prior to it, then he should have dealt with it much faster. It's a very serious issue, and it's a serious issue that could actually get him in legal problems because there is a due diligence and responsibility under the law that if you're doing a commercial application, that it should be reasonably secure.
Do I detect a little shift of burden here on your part?
No, no, I'm just saying this is part of the problem. If that's why I'm saying you need to talk to David. I don't know the full content of the story. Okay, so I'm only commenting. You're right, I'm putting my consultant hat on. Yeah,
I can
because
tell.
this is
I can tell.
exactly the conversation I would have with a company if they were doing this kind of shit. Because not only is there legal responsibility, there's ethical responsibility to your user base as well. And if he's done a slapdash job, and he knows that he's done a slapdash job because people said, "Hey, by the way, you've done a shit job here. All this stuff's exposed in your HTML," and he's done nothing about it. And all he's basically done is put a certificate in and a redirect, so that part of the HTML is now hidden, and there is now an encryption process that says when you go here, go to this page, and you need this key to be able to unlock that page. You know, talking about keys and doors earlier on in that video. And now it's not visible to anybody. So David's now done the right thing and he's fixed the problem. Now you can question Mr. 42's reason or intent behind it, but it is something that is quite normal for an ethical hacker to do.
Okay, okay, I'm glad you said that. Let me ask you a professional question then.
Sure.
Okay. Have you ever in your professional career seen somebody find a backdoor, shall we say, and make a video about it on YouTube instead of like directly contacting the client and whatever?
Yeah, loads of times.
Really?
Maybe not on YouTube, but things like the register, things like code sites, yeah, GitHub, loads of them.
And what would be the intention of that? What was the intention of
to basically name and shame and get action to be done.
name and shame?
Yeah, to make action happen, so the problem is fixed.
Right, I'm not that good at doing this, but like, can we use a house as an analogy, right? Should we put a gate at the front? Maybe have a porch door, right? Where was the intrusion? How far do you say that the hacking that Mr. 42 did? Where did he stop? Where did he come up with the problem?
He stopped on the public road.
Yeah.
He looked at the house and he saw that all the windows were open, all the doors were open, and all the guy's cash was sitting on a table. And rather than go in and take that money,
made a video.
He made a video.
He basically sent a message saying, "You need to shut your doors and lock your windows."
Right,
no, he sent a message saying, "Look, thieves that are around, look at this dude."
Well, actually,
house is open.
Could we say that the first click was the gate? Right, when the bit that we were looking at on the screen was him, like, just walking through the gate up to the front door.
No, he didn't even get past the gate, mate, because the front door.
He did. He clicked something, right? He wasn't just looking past what he was doing.
No, all he did is went to the web page and looked at the HTML. That's all he did.
Right, but to somebody like me, that may have looked like a gate that was shut at the guy's front door.
No, because what you're doing is, as I say, it's like looking through someone's window and seeing what they're watching on telly.
It's
now,
not,
you don't want,
because
it is exactly that, because the door's not closed, the windows are open, the curtains are not drawn, and you're watching porn. And then you wonder why your neighbours know what you're doing.
At least it's a back door, because that wasn't it. The code wasn't there on the page that says,
yes, it is. It's on every single web page.
It's not, because
I
couldn't see it. Everyone couldn't see it.
All you need to do is go to a website and press F11.
It'd be like looking through the bushes or something like that.
Sorry, F12. I lied.
Yeah, peeking through the bushes, right? Actually, you're looking in that direction at least, right?
Bev, load up any web page and hit F12 on your keyboard if you're using, Chrome or Internet Explorer.
Okay, right. Well, again, that gives me something, but that means nothing to me, right? That's not
fine.
The obvious open door. When I see that, I just see a load of fucking numbers.
I look at the HTML of pages all the time.
Right, so we agree that isn't hacking.
No, and I've said that multiple times, Bev. I've not got a problem with that.
So after this, then, what you'll be doing is you'll be telling him to not falsely title videos that he's a hacker.
I don't care about the title of his videos.
Well, it makes you guys look like you are proud to be hackers.
Well, great. You can mischaracterize me all the way you want, Bev.
No, I'm not saying you, Mr. 42. You're defending him as saying he did a good thing. At all. Well, why are you here?
All I'm trying to say, I heard an awful lot of confusion about what hacking is. The only thing that I was offering to do,
the point. Right? The confusion wasn't confusion. The confusion was me getting him to say he didn't hack. He didn't get anybody's details. He didn't obtain the docs of anyone. That's what he said, right? And that's what I wanted him to say. Because he falsely labelled it, saying he was a hacker. Now, I know hackers go and get shit. Right? At least the ones that aren't doing it to be paid. But luckily enough for Mr. 42, he got paid by the guy that owns the app. Which sort of saved him. Because if he hadn't have done that, he would have been being dishonest and opening the door for everybody else to look. I mean, he might not have been actually doing anything, but you say he was outside. Well, making that video, he's outside shouting and screaming to people that this is an open door here. That's what he was doing. In my mind.
That was my point. Exactly that, Bev. Yeah. That's the whole point, Druss.
I mean, if the guy wanted it to be fixed, why didn't he post onto a coding site? He posted it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or contact him directly and say, look, dude,
He's just
I did this for you.
He's
Shut up.
again. He's being a
That
dick.
listen to you.
It's so he doesn't have to answer these questions. That's what he does. He's like, oh, I didn't hear what you were saying, because obviously Mr. 42 is a fucking shit.
Yeah,
And
he
I don't
weaseled
want to
out.
have to defend that shit.
I mean, I love it when people complain about being overtalked in a discussion. Like, this isn't. Nobody's yelling over anybody. Nobody. This isn't. You know, some crazy conversation where people are just going apeshit crazy.
He knows we got him there with that point.
He was trying to misrepresent what he thought he heard on that video. He thought that was us being confused about it. It wasn't. Don't give a shit about hacking. I just wanted to know, did he hack and did he get anything?
It's not about the hacking. Yeah. It's about the fact that he made it public that a person's livelihood is at stake here, and making the customers think that they can be tracked where they live. This is the whole issue here.
No, that's not what he claimed in his video. What he basically said is you can actually see one of the things, if you are using your mobile phone, then part of what you're doing is your IP address can be traced to the cell towers that you move between. So they can kind of see where you're moving from to. That's what he's talking about by tracking. It doesn't actually give you somebody's address. It gives you a vague idea of the area they're in, probably to within about 1 kilometer.
Yes, we know that. That's what the Friend Finder app does.
Mm.
Yeah, you can find people in your local area.
Yeah, and if you're letting all that metadata be public, then that can be abused
by people making YouTube videos about it.
By much more nefarious things, because now you can start to get a link.
Why the clickbait?
Well, lots of people do videos for clickbait. I mean, I don't think there's a content producer out there on YouTube that hasn't used clickbait titles once in a while.
Okay, so dishonest videos. Go on, what are you talking about?
Titling sometimes.
Go on, what are you talking about?
I'm sure I could go through your videos.
Name one now.
Cool, I'll go and find one.
All of the false claims that keep coming. I'm going to be doing one soon. What about that one? No Glober has any geometric evidence for their model. What about that one? Clickbait.
Druss, my advice to you is don't associate yourself with that dude, man. You're better than that. I'm telling you because I know you for a long time. That's it.
It's kind of strange that, I feel like, you're looking to tar a group of people with the same brush. The only reason I popped in was because I heard a lot of misunderstanding about what hacking is and isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And
I understand it relates to your field.
I only came in to try and sort of say, hey, if you're interested, I can explain some of this. If you're not,
Yeah, but you
uncorrect.
understand, it comes across like you're trying to defend that dude.
Yeah, he's not hacking. He's not defending him. He's told us he wasn't hacking.
What? But yeah, that was the bit I was trying to finish, and every time I tried to, you
I
kind
keep
of cut me off
telling you
there.
guys,
Yeah.
I don't care about the hacking. It's not the hacking thing. It's his intent to make it public, to harm the guy's business. That's his livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if the person that really was harming his business was David himself by producing a very badly designed application, which he has now fixed some of the most.
Shifting the burden of
No, I
blame.
am shifting the burden of blame to the person who's responsible for developing the application, because that is the person who was responsible for the security of his members, especially when they're paying for shit.
That's not what we're on about.
I know, but that's what I'm on about.
I'm worried about the people that own the app that see a video of a man claiming to be hacking that app.
Yeah.
They're the people I'm thinking of. Like when they watch that video, and it's still out there now. He's not took it down. He's leaving it up there so anybody can still see it.
And did you notice in the part 2 where he then effusively goes on
what happens
about
if nobody sees part 2?
Where he
that's still hurting his business and anybody watching
part
it.
2's got way more views than part 1, by the way. Part 1's only got about 100 views and part 2's over 500. So, 5 times more people have watched the second part than the first. Where he's really effusive about the fact of how quickly he's fixed it, and about he's gone back and he's shown the fact that all the issues that he exposed have now been resolved. That's why I don't think he's done a really bad thing. Because if he hadn't done that follow-up video, I would actually say you have really good.
Should have took the first one down, right?
No, why?
Because it says
the
hacking,
first one...
it's dishonest, and it sets a precedent for people now to think that actually going after apps and targeting people is a good thing. They'll like it. You get paid for it. You guys think it's a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, I think that more mobile applications should be tested in this way, and if people don't resolve them, then those flaws should be exposed. Because
If they don't resolve them, maybe you can have an argument, Druss.
Yeah.
If. But you should contact first the client, no?
Which is why you need to speak to David and find out how long he knew about this, and that's something for you guys to follow up on.
No. We're worried about the other people now attacking other apps.
Just one point I'd like to finish without you ever talking. Mm-hmm. 1 point. Because all I wanted to say on the end of this is what he was showing is this is the kind of data that hackers start to collect to look for a target. And when they find something that's that easy, it's really no effort. And that was what was important about his first video. And it's a warning to other people that want to produce these type of applications that they need to think about
what's the application you're talking about? Do you know?
The Flat Earth Friend Finder.
Where's that?
What do you mean, where's that?
Where is the Flat Earth Friend Finder app?
On Google Play.
No. That's not what the app's called, is it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got the title of the app wrong, Bev.
No,
he,
in that video, has titled the video Hacking the Flat Earth Friend Finder.
It's right there for you to see it, Druss. I'm sure you're looking at it right now.
Not really.
Dave,
look in live chat.
Dave's app isn't called that at all.
Now tell me if you own that app, that wouldn't give you the EBGBs.
No, you would. There isn't an app like that to find. But now you're going, well, I think in the back of my mind somewhere, Flat Earth Friends, well, that's been hacked, right? So, well, I don't know. Perhaps Flat Earthers can't have any friends.
And the fact that I know that it's been secured is kind of good, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Could it have been hacked and people got all of the locations and details of everybody that had the app beforehand? I know Mr. 42 wasn't able to do it, but when he was out there shouting, this app's open, and somebody else could have heard that and got all of
one
the
of the
details and
101
docs and all
people that
good
viewed his video could have, in the 12 or 18 hours between when that video was released and the problem was fixed, gone and
960.
taken that data.
How long did it take you to check when you found out to go and actually do the same thing that he did to just make sure? How long did that take?
The extra test that I did, to get the data out would take a little bit longer because you need to get through the MySQL password.
Oh, so you'd still have to get through the password bit.
Yeah, well, that was the bit that he got stopped at because he didn't have the MySQL password.
Okay.
So, but once you're in, the thing that I checked,
nobody had the password.
Oh God, and Bennett and hell! Do you ever let anyone finish a sentence, Ben?
Why do you need a
Okay,
password
catch you later.
to get into an open house? It's either fucking open or it's not. You can't just keep putting walls up with passwords and shit. Dishonest twat. Wasn't it completely open house with all of the cash sat on the table?
Yep, he's a knob. Right, UFC.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed the content, please support On the Level and future projects. Membership subscriptions available now, or come and get involved at Next Level Discord server. Thank you.